Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! That's right, Dmcjediman is here to bring the Christmas cheer, so strap in, folks, because we got a video today that hopefully you all enjoy. Before I tell you what we're doing and start in on it, though, don't forget, if you like my content, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon, stay notified when I upload. Check out my gaming channel sometime if you like video game Let's Plays. I actually have a special Christmas episode dropping over there right now as well. And feel free to follow Dmcjediman's Den on social media. I'm currently on Facebook, Twitter, Discord with a corrected link, and Blue Sky. Links, as always, will be in the description below. So today I am counting down my top 12 Christmas movies. Now, some of you may recall, yesterday I did the first half of this, which was my top 12 Christmas TV episodes and specials. So now we're on the movie side of things. So let's start this down. I'm basically going to tell you what each spot is, what year it came out, give a synopsis, as well as kind of tell you why I like it. So in number 12, we have Santa's Sleigh. Now this is a black comedy horror film from 2005 starring Bill Goldberg as a demonic Santa Claus. Now, there's lots of language in this one, a lot of creative kills, nudity. It's pretty fun, though. Goldberg really hams it up as the evil Santa, so it's a fun watch. I definitely do recommend it. Basically, he was originally obviously evil. He lost a bet where he had to be good to children for like a millennium. Now that time is lifted and he's back to his old evil ways again. Definitely should give it a watch sometime. Coming in at number 11 is Violent Night. Now this came out in 2022 and it stars David Harbour of Stranger Things fame. And basically he plays Santa, though this time it's not an evil Santa, though this Santa kicks a lot of ass. Basically he ends up stopping in to save a family who are basically being held hostage and robbed. So basically it's Santa versus a bunch of mercenaries. Kind of has a feel reminiscent of Die Hard a little bit, and David Harbour is just a very likable actor. Definitely give it a watch if you can. Coming in at number 10, this is one of two entries on here that may be cheating, because I'm not entirely sure this counts as a Christmas movie, but I'm gonna put it here anyway. This is the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Now this dropped on Disney Plus on November 25th, 2022, and it basically stars Drax and Mantis trying to cheer Quill up, since this happens after Infinity War and Endgame. So Quill is mourning the fact that Gamora's not there anymore, and so Drax and Mantis decide to surprise him by getting Quill his favorite hero, Kevin Bacon, and hijinks ensue. It's very fun, has all the same charm that you'd expect of Guardians of the Galaxy. I think all the main actors are back for it, and I believe the story was written by James Gunn as well, so it definitely feels like it. Like, I would call it basically Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5, if you will. But definitely a fun watch. Coming in at number 9, we have Muppet Christmas Carol. Now, this was released in 1992, and it's basically a retelling of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol with Muppet characters playing the roles. It's got a lot of heart and charm to it. If you can, definitely check out the version that has the song that they cut out, because that is the superior version. Also, have to give a huge shout out to my friend Mike Russo, because I probably wouldn't have even watched this one if not for his insistence of how good it was. And you were right, Mike, it is a great, great Christmas film. So A lot of quotable lines, it has a lot of heart and charm. Coming in at number 8, we have Krampus from 2015, a complete 180 from where we just were. Basically, this is about the Norwegian tale of Krampus, the anti-Santa, if you will, who comes and steals all the bad boys and girls. Basically, you gotta be good or Krampus will get you. Has a lot of very good monster effects in it. The story itself is kind of meh, but the effects are what really sell this one. So definitely check it out if you haven't. Coming in at number 7 is probably one of a couple that maybe you haven't heard of. This is called Rare Exports. Now, this was released in 2010 and is originally a Finnish movie. And it also has deals with Krampus in a different way. Basically, they find evil Santa frozen in a block of ice, and children start going missing, and they have to put a stop to Santa and his evil elves. Not going to say much more because it is really good. I actually haven't seen it in a few years. I'm probably going to rewatch it this Christmas because I don't remember exactly how everything went in it, but suffice to say it was real good. Alright, now we're going to start getting into a lot of the well-known ones. So, up at number 6 is Gremlins from 1984. Now, this is a horror film, obviously set at Christmas. I mean, the whole plot is driven by Christmas, where, oh, God. Billy, I think? Yeah, Billy gets a Mogwai as a gift and is told, very specific rules. Don't feed him after midnight. Don't get him wet. Don't expose him to direct light. And Billy fucks up. So, instead of a cute Mogwai, we got nasty little gremlins. Has a lot of very great creature effects. Some pretty gruesome kills. Good soundtrack. And one of the saddest Christmas stories I've heard in a while, where one of the characters is talking about how they hate Christmas because their dad tried to go down the chimney of Santa, got stuck, and died. Like, they didn't find his body for months. It's like, oh, that is fucking dark. I mean, the movie's dark. What do you expect? I mean, 80s. It's not the 80s unless you're traumatizing kids for life. Coming in at number 5 is another quirky pick. This is Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Plan to Eradicate Christmas. Now, this was dropped on YouTube on December 25th, 2017, and this was done by Team 4-Star. Basically, they're a bridging company that does, like, humorous retellings of anime, or at least they did until YouTube's copyright stuff, like, hey, you shouldn't do that, But, Plan to Eradicate Christmas basically is the Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans movie, which you can find on the Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast or Raging Blast 2 video game. But the basic premise of it is Santa has come to destroy Christmas because he's deemed everybody to be naughty. So Goku, Gohan, Future Trunks, Piccolo, and Vegeta must find a way to stop him. Has all the same humor you'd expect from Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Things like, Vegeta getting wistful because he always used to try and shoot Santa out of the sky because he never came to Planet Vegeta. And being like, I thought I hit him once, but instead I hit a pod containing my brother Tarble. I have an uncle? You had an uncle. Gohan being the only one to get an actual gift, from Santa. Santa's one-liners. And Santa's whole speech about how bad each person has been, where he's like talking about how Trunks has destabilized the space-time continuum, and it briefly flashes to the original version, before the Raging Blast reanimated version you can get. It was originally an OVA that was like on a VHS tape, very poor quality. So the switches to that style of footage briefly, and there's a great bit where he's like, and you, Goku, you are a threat not only to Earth, but the entire universe, and Goku's like, I wouldn't, and at the bottom you see a little text saying, like a little ad for Dragon Ball Super on Crunchyroll, where Goku does in fact put the entire universe at danger. So, definitely fun special. I definitely do recommend watching it, especially if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. I think you'll find a lot to like. Coming in at number 4, we have Batman Returns from 1992. Now, obviously, this is the second of the Tim Burton Batman films. It features Batman, trying to stop both the Penguin and Catwoman at Christmas time. There's a lot of Christmas imagery in it, Christmas trees, Christmas presents, some great lines. The Batmobile, of course, steals a lot of the show. Fun movie, definitely definitely worth a watch around the holidays. Coming in at number 3 is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which is also from 1992. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why am I putting this in here and not the original Home Alone? And I guess that's spoilers. Home Alone isn't on this list, because I actually like the sequel a little more. I do believe it was the first one I'd seen. I like a lot of the inventive traps. The fact that, Kevin has to actually improvise a bit more, because he doesn't exactly have home turf advantage. I mean, yeah, he's at a family's house, or at least at the end he is. Most of the movies in a hotel, racking up charges on his dad's credit card. The basic premise is Kevin and his family go on another Christmas trip. Seriously, that family is loaded. Look at their house and the fact they can afford to go on trips. But anyway, so they go on a trip. The family actually remembers to bring Kevin this time, but they get separated at the airport. So the family ends up in Miami and Kevin ends up in New York. Of course, Harry and Marv are back as the wet bandits are back. They escape from prison. There's a great new character, the Pigeon Lady, as well as the concierge of the hotel, played by Tim Curry. Wonderful performance. Plenty of callbacks to the original. The movie, used to scare people off. Fun film. Definitely worth a rewatch at Christmas. Coming in at number 2 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Now, this was released in 1989, and spoiler alert, this is one of 2 movies I watch religiously every year at Christmas. Like, all the other ones, sometimes I'll watch them at Christmas time, sometimes I won't, But this is one of 2 that are a must-watch. Not only a must-watch, but it's also a tradition that I watch it with my mom. So, in a couple more days here, I'll be going to Mom's house. We'll probably watch it Christmas Eve. The basic premise is Clark Griswold and his wife are trying to have a fun family Christmas, and they invite all the relatives, and chaos ensues. It's like, it's got so many great moments and lines. Like, laugh from beginning to end. Like, can I hardly see the line? Can you, Russ? No, Dad. And he's like, Russ? The neighbors, like, you want to hate them because of their attitude, but by the end you just feel sorry for what they've gone through. Why is the carpet wet? I don't know, Margot! Oh, there's a funny squeaking sound. Oh, you couldn't hear a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant. The bit with the squirrel running through the house, being chased by the dog, trashing everything. You know, oh, it's just such a fun movie. Like, I could go on and on, but basically the premise of it, like I said, they're trying to have a family Christmas, and it's just misstep after misstep. Things like, going to get the Christmas tree, they forget the saw. The tree's so big they have to rip it out by the roots. It's so big that it barely fits in the house. Trying to plug all the Christmas lights in, having a switch not thrown, so nothing seems to work until it does, and the nuclear plant has to help with the power because it's draining everything. Cousin Eddie, gem of a character in his Tenement on Wheels, which actually, funny thing, I didn't even think about this, but I should have had it up here. Yep, the RV. But yeah, Cousin Eddie is easily the funniest character in the movie. Just scene after scene. Like, I really am trying to figure out the best way to describe it without giving too much away, because this is one of those movies, if you've never seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, it is a must watch. Like, my number one pick, I personally think, is the best Christmas film, my favorite, but I still wouldn't go as far as to tell people they have to watch that. This is one you need to watch it. It is just that good and that memorable. But as stated with the last video, we do have an honorable mention before I get to the number one, and this is another one that may be cheating because it is technically a TV show, but it's the entire series, so I'm putting it in the movie category. And that is, of course, Nosferatu, spelled Nos4A2. Now, there are 2 seasons. It ran from June 2nd, 2019 to August 23rd, Wait. Oh. What the? Did I fuck up on the dates? Yeah, I think I did. June 2nd, 2019 to August 23rd, 2020. I wrote 2010 for some reason. Basically, it is about a Christmas vampire called Charlie, I think his name was, or I don't remember. It's been a while. It's based on the Joe Hill novel. Joe Hill, of course, being Stephen King's son. And like I said, it ran for 2 seasons. There's lots of Christmas imagery in it. There's an entire place called Christmasland where Charlie Manx, that's the guy's name, he brings people there to feed on their life force to keep himself young. So he ends up taking this, battling with this one person, and needless to say, they give him a run for his money. I'm not going to reveal too much because it is a great series, although I do think the book was better. So definitely either read the book or watch the series if you want. But now on to my number one, and this should come as almost no surprise, especially if you can see what's behind my shoulder there. Of course, coming in as my favorite Christmas movie, to almost no one's surprise, is Die Hard from 1988. Yes, I consider it a Christmas movie. I didn't put this disclaimer at the beginning, but obviously this is my list, so obviously your own list may not feature any of the same movies or might have them in different orders, but Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie, and I'll tell you why. Because basically it is the most unorthodox Christmas movie. Meaning that it has Christmas imagery throughout. It takes place because of Christmas. Those are things that I consider to make a Christmas movie. Is it has to be set at Christmas time, and things have to be driven forward somewhat by Christmas. Whether it be the things happen because it's Christmas or whatnot. So for Die Hard, in case anyone here doesn't know the story, New York cop John McClane arrives in Los Angeles to a Christmas party at Nakatomi Plaza, where he is seeing his wife Holly, who he is separated from at the moment because she got a good job and had to come here for it, and he had scumbags he had to take care of in New York. And unfortunately, the Nakatomi Christmas party is about to be invaded by thieves who are posing as terrorists, led by Hans Gruber, played wonderfully by the late, great Alan Rickman. John McClane, of course, being there, manages to not be rounded up by, like everyone else, and ends up becoming the fly in Hans's ointment. Taking it upon himself to try and take down as many of the terrorists as he can and try and save everybody. The movie is filled with great moments. Things like the vent chase. Come to the coast, have a few laughs. The dead guy dressed in the gray sweater with the Santa hat. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Classic lines. You really think you'll have a chance, Mr. Cowboy? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Oh, just everything about the movie makes me smile. It's got explosions. It's got swears. It's got more action than you can shove anything down. It's got great liners, great characters, awesome villains. And as stated before, Christmas is everywhere. There's Christmas music. There's Christmas trees. There's a point where Christmas duct tape is used to great effect. The whole machine gun ho-ho-ho thing. It's a Christmas party that's being terrorized. And the ending, I'm not going to say the ending. There is a scene where somebody falls to their death. Now, the way they filmed it, they told the guy that they were going to go on 3. They dropped him on 2. His look of terror is real. He thought something went wrong and he was falling to his death. Oh boy. I would have been so pissed if I was that actor, but it makes for one of the most visceral scenes in cinema. There's so many great characters, though. It's like you got, Reginald Johnson as Sergeant Al Powell, who has such a heartbreaking story that comes full circle. You got Argyle, the limo driver, who's just chilling it in the limo in the parking garage with the bear, unaware for half the movie that he can't go anywhere. You got William Atherton playing a dick of a reporter, who you are very happy to see get their comeuppance. Special Agent Johnson and Special Agent Johnson, no relation. Just such a great movie. Highly recommend watching it, but like I said, this isn't one that I would say someone has to watch, but it is the other film I have to watch every Christmas. On Christmas Day. It ain't Christmas Day until I see that guy fall from Nakatomi Plaza. Just incredible filmmaking. It's, in my opinion, the perfect Christmas movie. And I am so happy I can actually say I've seen that one on the big screen. Someday I want to see Christmas Vacation on the big screen too, because I bet that'd be fun. But that's going to do it for my list. I hope everyone did enjoy that. I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace, everybody.